Lopez, and I'm the Library Management Intern at the Santa Ana Public Library. I'm here to talk to you about some fantastic Spanish literature that you can find in our collection. Each of these titles deal with the cultural and geographical differences that are found here in our community. So let's travel throughout Latin America and explore. Let's begin with Aura by Carlos Fuentes. Aura, written by Mexican author Carlos Fuentes, is the eerie story of one man's entrapment in the surreal. Felipe Montero is a young, out-of-work historian who is looking for a paycheck. So it is no surprise that when he is asked to complete a memoir by a general's widow, Consuelo, he jumps on board. What he doesn't expect is that his new job would submerge him into the dark, mysterious house where Consuelo lives. Here, Felipe encounters Aura, the widow's beautiful niece, and he is taken by her looks immediately. What Felipe soon discovers is that Aura is in reality a projection of Consuelo's, who is infatuated with youth and saddened by her own infertility. Aura is nothing more than a seduction used to lure Felipe into the widow's twisted plan. But can he escape her? To find out Felipe's ultimate fate, read Aura by Mexican author Carlos Fuentes. Next we have Before Night Falls by Cuban memoirist Reinaldo Arenas. As a young child growing up in communist Cuba, Reinaldo was happy to roam the wilderness and be one with the nature in his own backyard. He explored his sexuality with friends and cousins and grew up close to his mother and his aunts. He was a free spirit who didn't feel the dictatorship that was Fidel Castro. As he matured, he joined the service and began to see that his Cuba, the one he grew up with, was no more. He witnessed cruelty and death, and on top of everything, he was living as a homosexual, a reality that was punishable by law. The only therapy for his grief-stricken heart was writing, and now, while on his deathbed, he compiles his life story. He's dying from AIDS, but he retells every memory of his life in and out of Cuba as if it were yesterday. This is Before Night Falls by Cuban writer Reinaldo Arenas. Our journey continues with Of Love and Other Demons by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. When Sierva Maria de Todos Los Angeles is bitten by a rabid dog, her life of neglect soon takes a turn for the worse. The 12-year-old daughter of a deteriorating noble family is soon believed to be possessed by demons and is sent to the Santa Clara convent in hopes of releasing all the evil that inhabits her. But when a young father, Cayetano de Laura, is sent to perform an exorcism on Sierva, what he least expects is to fall victim to the passion that lies in her eyes. Everywhere Sierva goes, unexplainable phenomena occur, which only add to the suspicion that she is under the power of something supernatural. This is an emotionally charged story that will leave you questioning the righteousness of all good and evil. Live the power of each page when you read Of Love and Other Demons by Colombian Nobel Prize winner Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Here we have In the Time of the Butterflies by Julia Alvarez. Four sisters, Minerva, Patria, Maria Teresa, and Deve, are bound by blood and by passion for their country, the Dominican Republic. In 1930, when the dictatorship of Rafael Leonidas Trujillo began, the lives of the Mirabal sisters changed forever. After witnessing the persecutions, imprisonments, rapes, and deaths caused by Trujillo, one by one the Mirabal sisters began joining the revolution, with the exception of Dede. In this secret society of radicals, the sisters go by the name Butterfly. The plan to overthrow Trujillo escalates, and Trujillo himself eventually comes to know of the Butterflies and their team of activists who are opposing his beliefs. Now the Butterflies become the ones persecuted by Trujillo's men. But can they outrun his army of vigilantes? This is the story of four young, brave women at the height of a rebellion full of blood, tears, and passion. Read In the Time of the Butterflies by Dominican writer Julia Alvarez to discover the journey of these revolutionary women. Next, I have Eva Luna by Chilean author Isabel Allende. Eva Luna's voice is the assured voice of a naturally inventive storyteller, a woman who relates to us the picaresque tale of her own life and of the people from all levels of society that she meets along the way. They include the rich and eccentric, for whom she works as a servant, the Lebanese emigre, who befriends her and takes her in, her unfortunate godmother, whose brain is addled by rum and who believes in the Catholic saints, some of the African origin and a few of her own invention, a street urchin who grows into a petty criminal and later a leader in the guerrilla struggle, a celebrated transsexual entertainer who instructs her with great tenderness and insight in the ways of the adult world, a young refugee whose flight from post-war Europe will prove crucial to Eva's fate. Pick up Eva Luna by Chilean author Isabel Allende to find out about her life. This next title is a bit more humorous. Aunt Julia and the Scriptwriter by Peruvian author Mario Vargas Llosa. Mario is an 18-year-old law student working in a radio station. All he wishes he could do was write, but unfortunately, priorities get in the way. Pedro Camacho is Mario's co-worker, a writer hired by the radio station to spice up the hours with sexy soap operas intended to keep the attention of the listeners. And Aunt Julia, who is Mario's aunt-in-law, is in her 30s, recently divorced, and has her eyes on the young Mario. Interweaving with Mario's story are the soap operas written by Pedro, which leave you teetering between fiction and reality. But aside from the campy drama that you will find in Pedro's characters, Mario's life is full of interesting circumstances. Colorful with details and funny tidbits, Mario Vargas Llosa balances the real and surreal for your reading pleasure. Journey through Mario's crazy life in Aunt Julia and the Scriptwriter by Peruvian author Mario Vargas Llosa. And our final book of notable Spanish literature titles is Kiss of the Spider Woman by Argentinian author Manuel Puig. Sometimes they talk all night long. In the still darkness of their cell, Molina reweaves the glittering and fragile stories of the film he loves, and the cynical Valentin listens. Valentin believes in the just cause which makes all suffering bearable. Molina believes in the magic of love, which makes all else endurable. Each has always been alone, and as always, especially now, in danger of betrayal. But in this cell, each surrenders to the other something of himself that he has never surrendered before. Listen to the voices of Molina and Valentin in Kiss of the Spider Woman by Argentinian author Manuel Puig. Discover the hearts of two prisoners in an intimate prison cell where they recount experiences of love, life, hopes, and dreams. The magical realism, romance, humor, and social political themes do not stop here. I encourage you to check the rest of the titles that we offer here at the library. I hope you have enjoyed hearing about these titles, and I thank you for your time. Hasta pronto.